to all the hype.
Here's the former Utah Ute, Matt Gay, to get this one started. And with the terrible towels waving wildly, we are underway from Pittsburgh. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Rams offense ready. They're backed up to start their initial drive. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. They run again with Jackson. And maybe shades of the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Here comes the Rams punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. Stiff-armed him. Then he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So the Steelers now in great shape to begin their initial possession. They'll be led out by a man who began his career as a member of the Rams. It's the veteran Ryan Fitzpatrick. On first down, it's done. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one 28 yards on the ground. From the 2, here's 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Lynch. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Good work there, hold them out on first down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Marshawn Lynch taking it in for a yard out. And the Steelers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's all capped off by a Marshawn Lynch touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
If they open things up, let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Made the quick throw there outside the numbers, and you can feel the thought process. They just wanted to get in his hands and let him make a play. But how about the job they did defensively to keep him bottled up? Instead, they tackle him for a loss.
To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Gay is on for the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. And the Steelers pressure too much here. He's going down.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from the offense coming off that big completion the prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
After the sack on first down, Burrow escaping the pressure. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Logan Wilson,
he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now it's Burrow. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 1:50 left to go in the second quarter. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half.
And Fitzpatrick's throw caught here by Metcalf. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by the great one, Darrelle Revis.
And the Rams are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage. Could be in for a long. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick 6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick 6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25. He's had a pretty miserable first half. The pick 6 a moment ago, the second one he's thrown, and we're not to halftime yet.
Here we go.
After the pick 6, here's Burrow again.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
Here we go.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Now on 2nd and 16. Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. On third down, Burrow. He is going to find Hill here. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Being chased out left. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Look at the big man rumble. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning three safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Now the Rams about to go on offense one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Sorry, Coach. We'll catch up with you after the game. We're going to skip through halftime here and headed back to the field for the third quarter.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up third and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
They hand this one to Gronk. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down. They're going to give this one to Gronkowski. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position.
Here we go.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He'll buy some time right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Logan Wilson able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Under pressure, they got him again.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time, multiple guys get to it.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. Here's Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown.
Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them and not giving them a chance to implement any of those changes. And here, a pick six, and they widen the lead.
At least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. But right now, they are thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover, it grew their lead and just totally deflated that offense. Now these next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely if you continue on this pace.
Taken at the goal line. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now Burrow. And my goodness, another interception. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and it is 42-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Flush to his right.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Brought down around the 16 or 17. Had a nice move, but couldn't free much space. Burrow will throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Fitzpatrick. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Josh Allen able to put an end to that play, and in so doing puts an end to this third quarter. Back now in Pittsburgh. So after the sack here, 2nd and 14. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Pardon my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolute astounding.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now?
There he goes, left side. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, we talk a lot about explosive plays on offense. How about an explosive play on special teams? Certainly one there on the kick return for a touchdown.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And now here's another interception.
And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And guys, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right?
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left.
And this one too low.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And they are going to finish this one off strong. It's a return touchdown to add on to their lead in the final stages.
Well, Charles, just impressive in all 3 phases. Offense, defense, special teams have really done their job. And here the offense doing its part yet again with another score in the 4th quarter.
I know it seems like something we shouldn't do because the scoreboard does tell it all. But let's set it aside for a moment. This game was absolutely memorable with how they played it. Really terrific effort, really well executed. Congratulations to them.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Rams ready to go on offense. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on and get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he fields it cleanly. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Fitzpatrick here to throw. Keeps himself upright. Sliding out of the pocket. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 3rd and long, Fitzpatrick following the sack. What can he and the gang come up with? He'll drop to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the 4th, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith.
And the Steelers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.